Whenever I talk about attachment styles on this channel, I don't talk about them as like a fixed thing. Like, this is who they are, this is their personality, this is what they will always be. Because I like to think that people can change, and that especially with a willingness to change, anybody can become whatever they want to be. So with avoidance, it tends to be quite difficult because they feel safer avoiding the things that could help them to grow. And they have developed coping strategies that they unconsciously use in order to stay safe, in order to stay the same. And so, because they avoid those things, they don't realize that there's a problem because they avoid the problems. So, that makes it really hard for avoidance in particular to change. Whereas with anxiously attached people, they experience a lot of pain in their bodies. They're experiencing really difficult emotions that are enormous. And so they want desperately to change, which is why they're more likely to go and seek out therapy, to try and find somebody to help them. And they're more likely to be very hyper vigilant about other people in their lives. And so, because that state for them is very stressful, they tend to be the ones who are more likely to want to evolve and grow and change. Whereas avoidance suppress things more and therefore don't experience the same level of discomfort. And that's not to say that there is not discomfort for them, because of course there is, but they experience life in a different way and they're okay with that a lot of the time. But the problem is, whenever they meet somebody and that person wants to get close to them, or they even want to get close to somebody, and they kind of experience this wall that comes up where they shut down and they start to think, why am I like this? Why do I do this? Or they feel confused with themselves because they know that they're actually behaving in a way that halts a connection. So when it comes to them changing, they're not going to change if you're, patiently sitting in the sidelines of your life waiting for them to be different. They're not going to change when you beg them to go to therapy. They're not going to change when you do really nice things for them over and over and over again, when you accommodate their avoidance. That's essentially like accommodating or enabling an addiction, right? It's the same thing. So just like with addictive behaviors, if we enable people to be able to do those things, they just keep doing them because it's easier, it's the path of least resistance for them. So the only thing that makes avoidance actually want to change is when they experience a breakdown, and that breakdown often comes in the form of loss or rejection, being rejected for the way they're showing up from someone that they actually want to have in their life. So sometimes, honestly, this is the most loving thing that we can do, is detach with love, like they say in the addiction community. When you're detaching with love, you're not saying I reject you because you're a terrible person. You're saying I love you so much that I can't let you carry on this way, and I'm going to reject that, not only for me to protect myself but also for you as well. And it's one of the most loving things that we can do for people. But it's being able to have the confidence within yourself that that's the right thing for you. Because often when we as anxiously attached people meet someone who is avoidant, we have this low level of this low self-esteem and low self-concept and low belief in ourselves that we can create the love and relationships that we want. So we hold on for dear life to people who've shown us a bit of what we want because it's the most maybe we've ever experienced, or we've experienced like this amazing kind of chemistry, or even breadcrumbing, right, can feel very addictive, especially when people are inconsistent. It's very addictive because sometimes you win and sometimes you don't. It's like the slot machine thing. That's why people who are anxiously attached stay so attached to people who are avoidant, because sometimes they show this possibility, this potential of opening up, of being vulnerable, and then they take it away again. And so the relationship never takes off really, because they always revert back to their old behaviors. So the only way they're going to start to consistently show up differently is if you start setting boundaries, is if you stop abandoning yourself, is if you start being really honest. The only way out of the anxious avoidant loop of doom is to start saying, no, I need accountability here. Like, we're not tiptoeing around this. I'm not letting us brush this under the rug. I need us to talk about this. And if we don't, I'm going to pull my energy back. And that is what creates change. And at first, it's horrible. It creates even more disconnection because they'll dig their feet in the ground and say no. I'm not doing that. I just don't want to. That isn't what I do. And if you know, they might even say, look, if you want to do that, then it's not me. Go and find somebody else. And it'll make you feel awful because you've put so much energy into trying to make the relationship work and trying to love them. And that feels like a rejection of you, but they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting your request for them to grow, which is all within their capacity. And it's not about you. It's not about them not loving you. It's not about them not choosing you. It's about them not wanting to experience the discomfort that is required of them in order for them to stop doing the things that are keeping you disconnected. But equally, it's uncomfortable for you because you also have to experience the discomfort of not allowing yourself to be in a situation that is not serving you and is not making you feel safe and is making your mental health plummet. Because honestly, when someone's inconsistent, they're there, they're not, they're connected, they're not, you don't know what you're going to get, you're walking around on eggshells, you are in a state of stress and hypervigilance that over time erodes your confidence in yourself and erodes your self-trust, and it is so bad for your mental health. And so you have to choose what is best for you, and you have to reject anything that does not enhance your peace in your life and does not feel like a hell yes from both sides. You know, you want to be in a situation where you know for sure 100% they are in this, they want you, they want to make this work, they are choosing this, they are all in, they want to recover from their avoidance, they see it as a problem, and they know that they've got to take responsibility for that. And it's really, really effing hard for both people. And so it's difficult because you want to be that patient person who, understands, but you can only understand to the extent that it's not hurting you. Okay. If you're staying and all your needs are being neglected, then you are abandoning yourself for somebody else. And in doing that, you're not giving them the opportunity to experience the very thing that would help them to grow. So for both people, there is a huge amount of growth possible here, but it is not easy and it's painful. But you can have trust in yourself that whenever you choose yourself, you're always going in the right direction. Whenever you stand up for yourself, speak your truth, and find your voice, you're always going in the right direction to the things you really want. The relationships you really want can only improve. So if you want any more help with this, if you want any more support, if you're going through this very wobbly time, or if you're in a breakup situation now and the silence is killing you and you need some support with that, to know that you don't have to doubt yourself and that there's nothing wrong with you, then this is what my support is all about. This is what my coaching is about. This is what my group support is about. The living room is an incredible place for this. I'd love to see you there. It's every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And if you want any more information about what I do, you can find out in the links below, and I'll see you in the next video.